Hello and welcome to Phasmophobia. Recently I did some tier 1 nightmare, but to be honest that was still too easy for me. So why not step it up a little bit and go with no evidence, especially since they made a few additions to make it even a little bit easier. Let's just hop in and go for it. So this is basically just regular professional, but without any evidence. So let's go. But first things first, let's get a light on so we don't just waste our sanity without any reason and find the ghost. Alright, that's way better. Oh, by the way, we do have the Ouija board, so in case we do get the suspicion... Wait a second. We can already go for it. How old are you? Goodbye. Okay. Wait a second, I don't need to check for EMF 5. Bad habit. But now we just need to keep in mind 17. And in case the age should ever change, especially if the ghost gets older, then it's a they. So we can already check for that one. I heard that. Sounded like kitchen. And... Aw. The ghost tried to spoon me, huh? No chance. But that still might have been an interaction through a wall or something like that, so let's still double check with the thermo, just to make sure. And indeed, the kitchen is actually getting warmer, so we can already turn that. Actually, I think I want to keep that light on, I might need a looping spot. And you just turned off the fuse box, so we can already say that you are not a djinn. Perfect. Ah, you're in that tiny room here, huh? Okay, so that should actually be good enough. So, what do we start with? Well, how about the good old Unreal test? That's always fun. So, candle, candle, candle. And what else do we need? Definitely a cross in case it is actually an Unreal. A smudge just as emotional support. Yeah, that's always good. And by the way, there's still one kind of evidence we might be able to get, and that's the ghost orbs of the mimic. So let's do that. So, do we have ghost orbs? We do actually have ghost orbs. So it is a mimic and that's already done. Yeah, that was a bit anticlimactic, but here we go.
Welcome back.
And big surprise, the one ghost that actually has any sort of evidence is the mimic with its fake ghost orb. And that is, let me quickly take a look, 1420 for a total investigation time of 533. Accidental speed run. Anyway, let's just go for the next one. Actually, edge field. I'm always up for some edging. Let's go. Okay, and business as usual. Yeah. EMF, camera, thermal, and let's hop in, get the light on, and then find the ghost. Oh, and of course turn the EMF reader on. That might come in handy. I think we already found the ghost room. Just a feeling. Yeah. Thank you, that's way better. And the ghost keeps doing stuff in here, so we do probably indeed already have found a ghost room. The thermo says it is getting colder in here, so let's bring in some stuff and investigate the shit out of that ghost. By the way, we do have the mirror just in case. Well, actually the mirror is not that super useful. I think the only ghost you can kinda check with the mirror is the Gorio. Would you kindly stop pushing that car? That is annoying. Okay. because the Gorio is unable to change ghost room, so you can double check if the ghost changed its favorite room, and by that you can say it is an Gorio or not. And that's already everything. By the way, I cannot see any ghost orbs, but sometimes they're just floating in some weird positions, so maybe I'll check that one later. So, but now, time for the promised Unreal test. So, let's just quickly take a look. Is this the ghost room? Yeah, it is definitely cold enough and enough stuff happening to be the ghost room, so that should be good. So, and by the way, the Unreal test now counts for 2 ghosts, because for once, yeah, of course, the classic will, of course, the good old stuff with once the ghost blows out 3 candles and initiates a hunt, it's an Unreal. But now, if the ghost never blows out a candle while you are in the same room, it is most likely a shade. So now we are currently testing for the Unreal and the shade, and here we go. The ghost blew out the candle, and candle number 2, okay, so we can already say it is not a shade. Number 3, okay, do you start the hunt? I'm waiting. I guess it is not an Unreal, alright. So that's another one. Slowly but surely. So, what's left? Well, let's just go with the good old Roma trap. That always works even with the tier 1 stuff. No big deal. So what do we need for that one? Well, of course, motion sensors, and the more the merrier. We got a hallway between us and the ghost room, we got the motion sensors, everything we still need is some salt in case it is a wave, and of course EMF reader, and was there anything else? I actually don't think so, so I'll go with even more salt. Okay. So, let's take a look. Do you roam over to my position, and if yes, do you produce an EMF, and if yes, do you disturb the salt or not? Yeah, that might take a moment. I'm once again the most engaging stream on Twitch. Okay, not a whole lot happening, so let's just wait 1 more minute. The Phantom and the Wave sometimes take their time to do their ability. The Banshee, I think I can already rule out, because the Banshee still uses its ability quite frequently, so that should be well obvious even in such a short time. Alright, and believe it or not, time passes fast when you are having fun, and that was minute number 2 and absolutely nothing happened. So I don't think it is one of the 3 roamers. Well, Wave, Phantom, maybe, with a really big question mark behind it. Wait a second, I already lost 20% sanity without any event. That's odd. Anyway. But I can definitely rule out the Banshee. The Banshee not roaming over to position when you are on the same floor in 2 minutes. Nah. Anyway, what else can we do? Well, we can still directly test for the wave with some salt. That's always a good thing. And other than that, I think we are getting closer to the we need the hunt area. So, what else can we do? Well, since I lost sanity without any obvious cause, I'm gonna leave the EMF reader right on top of the fuse box. So, in case it was the Djinn's ability, I'm gonna see it, because when the Djinn uses its ability, it drains, I'm not 100% sure, 20-25% sanity. Perfect. Ghost ball event, airball event. That means we can rule out the Oni. That's another one down. And in case the ghost doesn't touch that thingy, but we do get an EMF reading, that's the Jin's ability. So that's another one we can test. And here we go. The ghost just disturbed salt, so we can also rule out the wave. It's getting thinner. Is there still anything we can actively do? Well, we can once again check for ghost orbs. Maybe I just missed them, maybe they are just in a odd spot. I didn't take the camera, never mind. Yeah, this is perfect. This is less good. Okay. So that turned into an interaction. No, oh no, not even an interaction, never mind. Okay. Still perfectly fine. By the way, still no ghost orb, so that part should actually be good. So, what else is left to do? Well, I think since there's nothing left we can actively do to rule out one of the ghosts, it's just about waiting and see what's going to happen. Well, I think it's about time we get a hunt. By the way, I can already tell you a few ghosts which are less likely. For example, the demon. The demon is able to hunt when your sanity reaches 70%, and we are slightly above 50. So the demon is already able to hunt. There are a few others which are able to hunt when you are under 60% sanity, but I'm not quite sure about that. But that's just a sweet spot, because now I can tell if the ghost hunts above or below 50% sanity, and that's a big thing. By the way, I'm lasering through the wall. Does it? Okay. Just out of curiosity, does it walk through the wall? Okay, nope, the wall blocks it. Well, the actual laser, not the one you see. Anyway. So, let's just wait a moment. Maybe the ghost already starts to hunt. In that case, it would be great. By the way, I should probably quickly take a look. Do we have any hiding spots? Not here. Not over here. Yes, perfect. Okay, we got one right here. So that way I can just run into it and that's it. Perfect. So now let's see what is the hunting threshold and what is the ghost's. That's slow. Get over here. Oh boy. Get away. Get away. Jesus. That was fast. Okay. But in that case, it is a revenant. A sweat-inducing revenant. The thing is, it was slow until I did the yokai test with the radio. In that moment, it sped up. No, it didn't even speed up. It just turned fast instantly. And yeah, scarily fast. From 0 to yes. Okay, and it hunted. So when I just hit 50%, that's also perfectly fitting, so it's a revenant unless I do see any ghost orbs, which I don't. So it's a real revenant. Time to go home. And here we go. That's another one down. And I think I got time for one more. One of my favorites. Anyway, Let's go with the usual EMF, camera, thermal, lights on, ghosts out, job done. Alright, do we have any cursed possession? Mirror? Nope. Ouija? Nope. Music box? Nope. No tarot cards, okay. Maybe the monkey paw? No. Maybe it's the voodoo doll? Nope. Okay, so I think there's only one left. Which is the summoning circle. Alright. Might come in handy. Well, in case you want to go for the shade, well, there's that special thingy. Yeah. Or the wave. You can put some salt in the middle and then summon the ghost to test for the wave if you want to do it that way for some reason. Time to do something for the foot fetishists on my channel. Feel free to buy some food pics. I'll go. Anyway, let's just find a ghost and see what's going to happen. Oh, excuse me? It's getting colder and I just saw the light flickering. The ghost room must be really close and I think getting warmer? Okay, no, over there? Ah, cold breath. Alright, alright. Couldn't be any easier. Perfect. So, time for the regular investigation. So, first things first, let's take a look for the mimic, then once again do the Unreal thingy, and yeah, should be good. So, let's put a camera into that corner, that should cover the entire room, so we can always check for orbs. That should be good, and that for the Unreal test, yeah. Oh, hi. Careful, if you keep touching the window, your mom's gonna beat you with a belt. Oh, a little disclaimer, I have never been beaten by my parents, and in case you do have children yourself, don't beat them with a belt. Oh, no, what? That was bad advice. Don't beat them in general. So, just to be able to cover more area. That looks just perfect. And candle, and this is still the ghost room, perfect. And another candle, and I think I'll already test for the wave with some salt, since the ghost seems to be roaming around a lot. That should be good. So, let's go for the Unreal test once again. By the way, in case you do the Unreal test with all 3 candles at once, don't let yourself get fooled when the candles go out almost at the same time. That might look like a twin interaction, and it even looks like a twin interaction when you look on the activity screen, but it isn't. By the way, once again, you blew out the candles while I was in the same room. We can rule out the shade. So, and we do have a ghost picture, and it is not a phantom. Okay, we can rule that one out. We can see the ghost clearly on the picture. Well, we can see the shadow on the picture, but more importantly, the shadow is sometimes not very visible, but just look at the distortions. If the picture is glitched out, then you can tell it is a phantom. The phantom also never glitches out the picture. By the way, that was candle number 3, and we can already rule out the Unreal. Perfect. So I think time for Wave and Banshee. Let's go for it. By the way, was that just a regular door touch or... Oh, it is not a wave. Was that a regular door touch or was that a UI thingy? Oh no, wait a second, it was because of the event. Never mind, I said nothing. So, I might need that. And other than that, I think just the usual. Well, I can save the salt, so I think I'm only gonna need... Wait a second. No, only the Banshee is possible, so everything I need is the 2 motion sensors, and that should already be good. Okay. Because the EMF and the salt is only good for the Wave and Phantom. Okay, maybe it is not a Banshee, because that was, once again, maybe another 2 minutes and nothing, and a Banshee in 2 minutes, yeah, that should be more than enough to roam over to your position. So I think, yeah, these work, so that should have worked. So I think we can actually rule out the Banshee. Oh, wait a second, let's quickly turn off the light, because there's one ghost I haven't checked for yet. The most obvious one, of course. So let's quickly take a look. Is it maybe just another mimic? You are a stinky mimic. You are something different. Okay, then that makes things a little bit more interesting, to be honest. I can live with that. Good. Indeed, no ghost orbs. Okay. What's there left to do? No, all jokes aside, there is nothing else left to do I can do actively, so I guess only thing that's left is, yeah, just be in there and wait for the ghost to do something, I'm afraid. Okay. Actually, one last thing I can do is, the ghost didn't turn off the breaker yet, so I'll just throw that EMF reader onto the fuse box, onto... Do it, come on. Perfect. Onto the fuse box, just in case it's a Jinn, so that one should also be good. Well, one thing I can actively do, I can test for the mayor, and that's it. By the way, still the ghost room, perfect. Well, to be honest, I don't think this is doing anything, so I think I'll just burn some of my sanity to get into early hunting range, just to speed up things a little bit. So that should be enough to be in hunting range for the early hunters, when I remember correctly. And indeed, 2 candles brought me down to a bit above 60, so the demon can hunt, and just a tiny bit more, and well, the other early hunters can go for me. Wait a second. You keep doing stuff over there? Did you by any chance change the ghost room? No, over here it is actually getting warmer, so the ghost still has not changed the ghost room. Okay, indeed. So let's keep in mind, in case we don't see anything special with the speed or with the hunting behavior or the hunting threshold or anything, might be a go-io. So let's just spend a tiny bit of time in the darkness just to drain more sanity. Oh, wait a second. Did you see that throw? I mean, you probably didn't, it was really dark, but... That coffee cup, by the way, nice flip. That coffee cup, that is usually, when I remember correctly, over here. Something like that, so it goes through that coffee cup. About double or 3 times as far as I can throw it. Huh. Okay. Possible polter? Well, but nothing out of the ordinary on the activity screen, so we are about in range for the early hunter, so let's just keep it up. I mean, the polter is rather obvious doing a hunt, so that shouldn't be too difficult. Only important part is let's keep the light over there on so we can use the kitchen owl to loop the ghost, and that should actually be everything. Oh, perfect timing. Okay. Oh, wait a second. We can actually check for another ghost. That was the first event that hit us. How much sanity did we lose? We were at about 60, now we are above 40. Okay, so I assume 10 to 15. Okay, I was just thinking maybe we can get an Oni because it brought us down enough, but unfortunately no, that doesn't seem to be Oni. Too bad. So anyway, let's just get the hunt in and go for it. Here we go. Okay. The ghost just tried to hunt. Perfect. So we are indeed in hunting range. Only bad thing is now I'm unable to tell early hunter or late hunter. Wait a second. Now I can rule out the deer. And I turned the light on, so the mare shouldn't have been able to hunt. Yokai test? Not a yokai. Oh, come on, that's a polter, never mind. Yeah, oh, I got stuck on the bin. Don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, time to go home and change my pants. Perfect, and that was indeed a polter. But another thing, the one throw that was quite impressive, but that's more pointer than evidence. So in case you see some... no. Really? Are you serious? Now I'm going and now the ghost just said, hey, the investigator is gone. Now I can finally watch some TV. Screw you. Anyway, I have been fooled by some of the ghosts already because I thought, wow, that was a really big throw, but in the end it was everything but a polter. So take it as a pointer but not as evidence, but what definitely is an evidence is the behavior during the hunt. Because the polter throws around a lot of stuff, because usually the ghost has what was it, 50% chance to throw something in 0.5 seconds, I think something like that, but the polter has a 100% chance, so whenever the polter can throw something around during a hunt, it's going to throw it, and the throws are also a lot bigger. So, but I think that's already enough for one day. I mean, there was no evidence, only with that crappy tier 1 stuff. But seriously, I do have to admit one thing. There's one item I always use with no evidence, even if I have all tiers unlocked, I'm always using the tier 1. That's this much, because The tier 2 slows the ghost down and the tier 3 even stops the ghost, but with the tier 1 you can still see the regular ghost speed without interfering with it, and it makes it a whole lot easier to tell the ghost by its speed while using the smudge not to die. Anyway, I hope I could show you one or two things, and maybe you learned something new about the game, and I also hope you had fun watching. Also, thank you for doing so, and until next time, so have a great day and goodbye.